विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, नमस्कार. या माझ्या यूट्यूब चॅनलमध्ये मी आपल्या सर्वांचं स्वागत करतो. या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण एन्व्हायरमेंटल स्टडीज या विषयांतर्गत विविध मुद्द्यांचा अभ्यास करत आहोत. ज्यांनी अद्याप चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब केलं नाही अशांनी चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करावं, जेणेकरून नवे व्हिडिओज तुम्हाला लगेच त्याचं नोटिफिकेशन मिळत जाईल. म्हणून तुम्ही सर्वांनी सबस्क्राईब करा अशी सुरुवातीला विनंती करतो. आणि आज आपण आपल्या नव्या टॉपिककडे जाऊया. डिअर स्टुडंट्स, द टॉपिक ऑफ टुवर्ड्स व्हिडिओ इज मॅन वाईल्ड लाईफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स, इट्स कॉजेस, इट्स इफेक्ट्स अँड रिमेडीज ओव्हर इट. So let us start with the topic. First subtopic is causes of man-wildlife conflicts. The first cause is habitat loss and fragmentation. The destructions and fragmentation of natural habitats due to agriculture, urbanization, and infrastructure development force wildlife into closer proximity with human settlements. Let us take an example. Deforestation for farming and construction in the Western Ghats of India has led to increased encounters between human and elephants. The second cause is competition for resources. Wildlife and humans often compete for the same resources such as water and food, leading to conflicts. For example, in regions like Rajasthan, scarce water sources lead to competition between local communities and wildlife such as leopards. Another cause is agricultural expansion. Expansion of agricultural activities into wildlife habitats often lead to crop raiding and livestock predation by wild animals. For example, in the states like Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, monkeys and wild boars frequently raid crops, causing significant losses to the farmers. Another cause of conflicts is human encroachment. Human settlements and activities encroaching into wildlife habitats and disturb animals and can lead to aggressive encounters. Let us take an example. In the Sundarbans, human encroachment into tiger habitats has increased tiger attacks on humans. Another cause is climate change. Changes in climate patterns affect the availability of natural resources, forcing the wildlife to move into human inhabited areas in search of food and water. Let us take an example. Droughts in regions like Maharashtra have led to increased instances of leopards entering villages in search of water. The lack of prey is another cause of human and wildlife conflicts. Depletion of natural prey due to overhunting or habitat degradation forces predators to attack livestock and occasionally the humans. For example, in Gujarat, the reduction of prey species has led to increased lion attacks on livestock in the Gir National Park area. After discussing the causes of man-wildlife conflicts, let us see what are the effects of these conflicts. The first effect is loss of human life and injuries. Encounters with wildlife can lead to human fatalities and injuries. For example, elephants' attack in states like Assam and Odisha have resulted in numerous human deaths and injuries. Another effect on man is economic losses Crop damages, livestock predation, and property destruction by wildlife cause significant economic loss to farmers and rural communities. For example, crop raiding by wild boars in Karnataka leads to substantial financial losses for the farmers. The another effect is retaliatory killings. In response to wildlife attacks, humans often resort to killing the animals involved, which can further threaten endangered species. For example, tigers and leopards are often killed in retaliation for livestock predation in areas like Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Next effect is psychological stress. Living in constant fear of wildlife attacks can cause psychological stress and trauma among affected communities. For example, villagers in parts of West Bengal live in fear of tiger attacks, leading to anxiety and stress. Decline in wildlife populations is the effect of man and wildlife conflicts. Retaliatory killings and loss of habitat due to human activities can lead to a decline in wildlife populations. The population of Asiatic lions in Gujarat faces threats due to retaliatory killings by local communities is the example of decline in wildlife populations. Another effect is disruption of ecosystem balance. The killing of key species disrupts the balance of the ecosystem, affecting biodiversity and the health of the environment. For example, the reduction in leopard population due to conflicts in the Himalayas can lead to an increase in herbivorous populations, affecting vegetation and ecosystem health. Whatever may be the causes of man-wildlife conflicts, the effects are very dangerous. So, we should have to think about the remedies for man-wildlife conflicts. One of the remedy is habitat restoration and protection. Restoring degraded habitats and protecting existing ones to ensure wildlife has adequate space and resources. For example, afforestation and reforestation projects in states like Kerala aim to restore elephants' habitats and reduce human-elephant conflicts. Another way is community engagement and education. Educating and involving local communities in conservation efforts to foster coexistence and reduce conflicts. For example, in Maharashtra, community-based conservation programs educate villagers about leopard behavior and mitigation strategies. The early warning systems are beneficial. Implementing early warning systems to alert communities about the presence of wildlife and reduce surprise encounters. For example, in Karnataka, SMS-based early warning systems inform villagers about elephant movements. Another remedy is livelihood alternatives. Providing alternatives livelihoods to communities dependent on forest resources to reduce human encroachment into wildlife habitats. For example, in the Sundarbans, honey collection and ecotourism provide alternative income sources for communities, reducing their dependence on tiger habitats. The compensation schemes is one of the remedy over man-wildlife conflicts. Establishing compensation schemes for losses caused by wildlife to reduce retaliatory killings and support affected communities. For example, the Madhya Pradesh government provides compensation for livestock lost to tiger attacks, reducing retaliatory killings. Another way is physical barrier building. Building physical barriers like fences and trenches to prevent wildlife from entering human settlements and agricultural areas. For example, electric fences and trenches around farm in Tamil Nadu help keep elephants away from the crops. The another remedy is relocation and translocation. Relocating problematic wildlife to areas where they are less likely to come into conflict with humans. For example, problematic leopards are often relocated from conflict zones to wildlife sanctuaries in Maharashtra. Use of technology. Utilizing technologies such as GPS collars, camera traps, and drones to monitor the wildlife movements and prevent conflicts. For example, in Rajasthan, GPS collars on tigers help track their movements and alert authorities to potential conflicts. संपूर्ण व्हिडिओ काळजीपूर्वक पाहिल्याबद्दल धन्यवाद. मित्रांनो, या व्हिडिओवर आधारित वस्तुनिष्ठ प्रश्नांची मालिकासुद्धा मी या चॅनलवरती प्रसारित केली आहे. आपण प्लेलिस्टमध्ये जाऊन या विषयावरील MCQ अभ्यासावेत. आणि हो, चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब केलं नसेल तर पुन्हा एकदा विनंती, सबस्क्राईब करा आणि या व्हिडिओची लिंक तुमच्या मित्रांना फॉरवर्ड करा. धन्यवाद.